draft is easier to pull off and should lead to a much more easy to execute and easy to meet win conditions. Whereas for Alliance, core Grimstroke, it's fun. It does hit some good spikes. They really have to play with it a lot better. Like, we're looking for blink initiations from S4 with Inkswell, with the Dragon Form, Dragon Tail, so you get that chain stun off, and they need to keep landing these gank trains to get themselves going here.
Fair enough, John. We'll get into a game number 1 between Alliance and PSG.LGD. Faith Beyond already with the good luck, have fun. Alliance. Nico Baby will... not sure what that is. Something spinning. Alliance obviously have to be very serious today, John. Every win really matters for them.
Yeah. It's, they're on the edge. They're on the edge right now. Like, they're still above Neon, but if they actually say they get 2-0'd here, then I think that puts them dead even with Neon once again, so that might lead to tiebreakers, which you obviously don't want to do. Right, so just best to at least find wins. Alliance has got to hammer in, play serious, play fast. A Limp, again, on to Grimstroke. I mean, there's some nice combos with Grimstroke Jug as well, but we're really looking at the DK synergy here. Double Dragon Tail, it's also damn nice. Just need to hit that point where you can just safely land these spell combos.
They're going to hang around this bot side. See if they can find someone to pick off. GD going to be quite conservative, just waiting around on the high ground themselves. Start to move in. Nico Baby, he'll show himself. Why? We'll get scouting with the Astral Spirit. Hanskin move in, secure round, and it looks like Alliance are going to end up backing. So, should be a 2-for-2 trade. DR may try to race S4, but S4 is going to get there first. So, a 2-for-2 on the bounties. Turning back to their lanes now. Even start. We should talk about the lanes for a little bit, John. So, Arme and Y on the Troll Elder Titan is a pretty devastating lane to have to go into. Pretty tough for the DK even. This Astral Spirit, of course, going to be very annoying for S4. And Arme already getting aggressive with the slow. He wants to ensure that S4 knows he is not welcome here.
Yeah, you just want to zone out the DK. Early levels for S4 are not going to be fun. Y can just abuse this insane right click he gets with the Spirit and the movement speed as well. You do have Hanskin around to get the creep pulse off, but they're just going to try to get that EXP going for the DK, ensure that you hit your level 3 spike here for S4. That's the point where he can sort of hold the lane. But there's a lot more aggression that comes out from LGD, and for the side of Alliance, this is definitely much more passive. Like, the DK is strong enough to apply some harassment with Breed Fire, but you really need your level 6 to look for any sort of kill potential, even with a Tusk. So, gonna be a slower lane. Y's just gonna be enjoying his zoning here, and there's not much S4 can really do. This is a lot of farm coming out here for Ame. He gets to sit back. Creep Wave is just evened out under his, behind his tier 1. So, it's just not gonna be a slow game for the Troll, and you will have to watch that with this kind of slow start from Alliance in the top.
Already feeling very awkward because they want to give Hanskin that level 2 timing. You want to actually get something done, but Hanskin going to have to give the wave away to S4. Now Y caught the tag team, a bit of damage coming out onto the Elder Titan. We'll just try and trade a little bit. So while that's happening, we'll have a look over to the other lanes. Mid lane, Limp on the mid, Grimstroke up against nothing to say on the DP. The Grimstroke already looking pretty darn good. The Stroke of Fate is quite an obnoxious ability to have when you're in a 1v1 matchup.
It really is. Just makes it hard for you to stay under your creep wave to find last hits. Really easy to punish that pump up. And you already see nothing to say. Kind of dropping low here. Has to watch himself. He can't really abuse the Spirit Siphon as well. You gap close that close by. Inkswell might go off and Limp might just man up and try to get some hits off. Again, drawing you very low and just not the ideal situation for the DP. Limp slightly behind in last hits overall. Nothing to say, does have more spam ability with a Crypt Swarm, but overall I'd say if you're the Grimstroke here, you're not too upset. You're holding lane fine. You're making it awkward for the DP. She's much more used to dominating lanes, winning out trades, and it's just slower here. So level 4 is going to be faster for Limp. Supports need to come in to refill bottles at some point. Much more important for Nothing to Say The DP is just such a tempo-setting hero that you want to be able to survive that lane and get that refill and sustain yourself in that matchup.
Has been killed.
The last lane as well. Faith Beyond on the Sand King going to be up against FNG. You've got Nico Baby there on the Jug, who is currently free farming quite nicely. Q is kind of just roaming around to find some openings for the team. Way back down bottom of the Mirana. Nico Baby, again, having a really decent time. He's actually ahead of the Troll, even if Arme is free farming as well.
Yeah, and this is down to the fact that the aggression for LGD here relies on Fate Beyond landing the stun first, and Nico Baby's doing a good job of just keeping himself behind his creep wave. So there are no clear arrow angles even if you get that burrow strike off. And Nico Baby just kind of weaves in and out of creep wave, gets his last hits, and Q does want to rotate for the 4-minute power read, so.
FNG, it's going to be alright. Say, going to have to make his way out. The top power rune is going to be secured there by Y, but Hanskin is going to force him to take it. Y will try to punish Hanskin a little bit, but without that bonus damage, you don't really do too much. It's the Elder Titan. Still going to turn right back around in a circle back onto Hanskin. Now he has a bit of bonus damage. He'll go for the creep wave to boot. That's going to be it though. He's not going to abuse that haste any longer unless the idea is to go top instead, where S4 buys T1. He's going to be fine. Had vision anyway to watch the Elder Titan's movements. Still almost 5 minutes in, no first blood occurring, not even close. Both teams just very kind of happy to keep farming.
And we tend to see this coming out from LGD more than anything else, right? Like, they play very solid lanes. They don't necessarily look for the kill opportunities themselves until you get at least level 6 up, and I can say that's one of the spikes LGD tends to wait for. This time around, I'm not going to say level 6 is not going to be as amazing. We tend to see the Exorcism held back, although.
They've got a first blood coming in. FNG is going to be the one to drop. Sing Q will take the kill on the Mirana. Little setup there with the leap arrow. You go, there's your bonus damage onto that Mirana. Faith Beyond now, knowing the support, which Doctor's not going to be around, he's just going to essentially double farm here up against Nico Baby, but he's left the creep wave behind now. He actually doesn't have Sandstorm up, and Hanskin has rotated over on the Tusk. They'll chase down the Sand King. Shard's going to block the stairway. Faith has no way out. He's gone. Nice rotations in from Alliance.
Yeah, they get the punishment out, kind of compensating for that first blood. Kill goes to Nico Baby, which is always nice. You're safely in Jug, just getting a freebie for himself, accelerating that net worth just a bit more. And the game is still really even 1-1, although they are rotating mid.
They try to just get that power rune off, nothing to say. Kingswell just would not reach, but a nice chance is out from Hanskin with the tag team, but now the X's are going to be popped immediately. Just try and turn this around. They won't get much out of the Exorcism yet. They might have just enough time. Use that siege creep plus the ulti to maybe get some chip damage on that tier 1 mid. Nothing to say, he's not even gonna bother. He's just out of there.
Rather use that to farm up a bit more, not too much time left, and does lead to a pretty inconsequential first exo. Guess you don't mind too much. You're still getting that steady build up. You are slightly more farmed than Limp anyway, so just building up that lead is always good. For the side of LGD, every single lane really going smoothly. Ame still just having a free time top, has level 6 up. As long as he has the mana, he's going to be very hard to kill off, but S4 also hits his level 6 spike. So you do have the Dragon Form to play with down the line.
Hanskin, strike, just close some gap, but shards are out. Arrow does connect on the Tusk, but the Omni already out from Nico Baby. Anytime you can get a kill with that Omni Slash, especially early on, you just take it. Of course, the POS 3 Sand King going down going to be very nice for Alliance. Nico Baby, he is well and truly ahead in net worth. 3.6k. Still uncontested on the Jug. Having a very good game. Top lane. Got Davion there with the arrow. DK, looks like he's gone. S4. Gonna drop on the opposite side of the map, and now nothing to say, we'll go for another FNG. So it does go down, and looks like LGD want to try and apply the pressure onto that tier 1 top tower.
Gonna get a nice push going. No exorcism up though, means that they're not really gonna come in too hard, and it's going to be down to Ame to just get some hits off. Again, with fervor stacks, you can kind of rip through. Ame is saving up for the Battle Fury as well, so the tower gold's gonna help him buy out that item. Does have a perseverance up. Can sustain himself in the jungle quite nicely. LGD just waiting for the next exit. They're kind of clumped up mid, ready for that timing. They can look to try to force that mid tier 1 as soon as Nothing Say is ready to go for it.
Okay, maybe he's gonna go for that Battle Fury build up. So just ignoring the Maelstrom build up we see quite a lot these days from Jugs. I guess you can afford to be a little bit greedier up against the Troll. You might just be confident enough to scale late game comparison. Ame's doing the exact same thing. He is going for the Battle Fury as well. Maelstrom not quite as good when you are up against Jug, because he can naturally just block out some of the damage with that spin.
It's a back and forth one when you do have these Battle Fury fights, although they're trying to at least harass out Xin Q. He does have a leap, so tag team's not going to amount to much. You will have to be very cautious about how much control gets out, and they commit more.
A spin TP away, great from Nico Baby, nothing to stop it. Nothing to say, he is going to be able to pressure the bot tier 1 now. They definitely wanted the kill on the Jug though. In fact, why? Mid lane does die to Limp.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Limp, he got a haste rune abusing the Inkswell.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So far, everything's just going really nicely for Alliance. Like, nothing too much to worry about, apart from maybe S4 in the off lane, who's going to be chased down by Faith Beyond and Ame. Epicenter going to be cancelled. S4 still trying to run. Ame praying for a root, does get one. Done out though, Faith. Don't have the burrow strike in time, and now he might be turned on. Benedict down. Limp, stroke of fate does connect Faith. Should be able to survive through it. Decides to kind of walk away.
For my it's a very conservative game from both sides. You're just trying to build up in these past ones. There are some push timings they can meet with DK and the DP on either side. It's just they're not fully committing, although Xin Q...
Darts out. He's going to be able to leap away. They didn't get the silence in time. Important to land that silence. Want to kill this Mirana off.
Yeah, it's just holding steady. They get the farm up in Fate Beyond. They want the blink timing here in the Sand King to have their own initiation lined up. Side of Alliance, S4 is also saving up for his blink, but the Dragon Knight doesn't necessarily farm the same way as the SK does, although S4 is slightly ahead anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. With the Travels up and Limp, though, he can show up around lanes and they're good to go.
That'll be a big pickoff. They got the stun to the silence, but the arrows might save the day. No. Stuns were way too long. S4 now will go down, but it's well and truly worth it. FNG, meanwhile, with the Death Ward just channeling all the way. Faith Beyond will finally come in with a burrow strike. They'll get a double. 2-for-1 trade, but they got Ame on the Troll. Lions probably won't be too upset about that. As long as Ame's dying and Nico Baby's farming, they should be happy.
And you're winning out the farm trade in the end. Love the aggression coming out from Limp with the Travels, just showing up in lanes where he knows he can abuse all of his spells maxed out, except for, of course, the Phantom's Embrace. You might want to start seeing Soulbind down the line just so you can secure some control on 2 heroes. Double Dragon Tail is still really potent. Double Cask as well, so you can maybe look into getting value point up by 11. And just having that really come out for these ganks would be big. LGD, I mean, even after losing Ame, he's still keeping up with Nico Baby, not too far behind. Battle Fury timing should line up. So the cores are still hitting those spikes. What we need to see is really on the off lane, like S4 dying is actually a bigger issue because his blink timing's delayed. The DK cannot initiate the way you want them to. You will have to just depend on either the snowball or the Inkswell rush in. And that's not the most reliable way to start these fights. We've been seeing issues with Alliance holding back, even just Xin Q. Punky has the leaps up, so you'll have to watch yourself. You really need to start diverting some resources there.
Trying to start onto Y. Limp will TP in with a bit to travel, and Y is certainly going to die. Easy pick off there for Alliance, and this is what we saw the other day. Once Limp has those BOTs up, he loves to get involved with his team. And all his cooldowns are so darn low, you really have no downtime with the Grimstroke.
No, it's a lot of damage to just keep applying, and you have to play fast as the core Grim. Right, there's a nice scaling potential there towards the late game with the Ags, but your strongest point is really from minute 0 up to, I guess, level minute 20, 25. You really just need to abuse that.
Lane, Snowball, really going to be there. Faith, just barely out of range. I was just having a quick look at Arme, John. He's in a pretty bad predicament. You never really want to be taking Ancient stacks without Battle Fury up on Arme. He did use his Battle Trance to try and speed it up, but it's such a slow process without that Battle Fury, and now he does have it up. There we go. He understands, I believe, that I think he knows Nico is ahead in farm, however.
Yeah, he can tell. Like, he's died more times on the troll. Nico's gotten 2 kills on his belt, so just from that alone, you should know the opposing core is having a better time. I think considering that LGD, they aren't really too far behind either. It's a less than 1k lead for Alliance. LGD still has this push potential to come out. They do smoke up. There's a blink on Faith Beyond. So the Sand King initiation is there, and that could catch Alliance off guard here.
Where do they go? The other way now. Hanskin been very good with positioning to break these smokes every time we see them play, and it seems like they are somewhat aware. Everyone just sitting behind the tusk, waiting for the right moment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
LGD, they're not going to find an opening. They just have to leave. I mean, you want to abuse this blink on Faith Beyond, but for now, he doesn't see the opportunity. Maybe now with S4 trying to take down that tier 1 tower, but everyone's by his side waiting. Epicenter, be cancelled. That'll be it.
You don't necessarily want to commit on the DK. Still a really tanky hero. They do manage to find an objective here. Nico Baby just given the space to clear out the top. You also had a bit of a clear out down bot as well, so not evening out the map control here for both sides. Really starting to eye that mid. Both sides really want to take care of that mid tower.
FNG caught, arrow to follow up, they get the kill. Shards is there, they know Faith Beyond still around with the dust out. They might be able to burst him down, but no, not quite in time. Nothing to say, we'll try and turn back around onto Hanskin, gets the tusk kill. And they have the exorcism active now. They can go after that T1 mid with the siege creep if they can protect it. They do glyph it up.
Radiant's bottom tower
Alliance, they're not really in a great position to defend. You've still got Limp there. But level 2 exorcism is quite a bit of damage. Apparently the glyph will be enough, as nothing to say is running out of that exorcism duration.
And you're still happy enough. That's technically your blink reveal in Faith Beyond pays off with a couple of kills. Not the biggest kills, but you're starting to build into the Sand King, and FNG has to be a bit careful.
Yeah, FNG caught. GD happy to take that kill. In the meantime, S4, he's brought his blink dagger out, and it is coming on the courier. So you've got a nice way of initiating apart from having to use Tusk.
Radiant's top tower
You'd
is
much
under
rather
attack.
have that Tusk for the follow-up initiation or the save with the snowball. Hanskin now can relax a little bit and kind of let S4 do the initiating.
Yeah, it's a lot better here. Again, you're just playing with that Blink Dragon Tail combo, especially if the dragon forms up. You've got the value point already up here on Limp for the ult. You can just actually set up the double initiation if he gets a pretty good soulbind off, and that's going to be something they can build out of. Hanskin as well did go back for the Necronomicon build up on the Tusk, so it's that build you've seen last time as well on Tusk. You can just kind of shove out, you can get your tag team going really strong. You just have to be careful about being jumped here. Oh, good snowball.
Snowball, meanwhile, the bot lane, but they are going after Arme. That's a much bigger target. Hanskin, he's going to die, but they will not mind. Hanskin very happy with that. Arme being caught with his pants down. Alliance now gets the first T1 mid tower. That's never a great feeling when you've got this mid DP to lose the tower like that. In fact, S4, he jumps in and cancels the epicenter, and they should have enough damage, but Faith is going to try and burrow strike away. S4 still on the chase. Moonlight Shadow is out with the blink away. Faith is going to be right. Not this. Follow up on this. Korea, can he get the vision yet? He's still in Viz, Faith. Center. Faith's gonna try and go, but Nico Baby, a nice spin. He knew something was wrong. They wasted the exorcism. Now on LGD. How did he even know? Just good game sense.
Probably. And they noticed no one showing lanes to farm after that fight, so they jump again. Amen.
The one they want, Inkswell, should land perfectly. He'll be able to battle trance. No follow-up. Faith, in fact, going to try and get his own initiation going. Four just jumps right in onto Synq. Follow-up, cast, Melodic, Death Ward, everything. Just make sure Synq dies, but now Faith is in with the Burrow Strike Epicenter, but the snowball in from Hanskin with the Walrus Punch. They will get another. LGD just not finding the openings. Not finding the team fights they need. I gotta tell you, John, the way they're initiating, it looks a little bit desperate.
They're just trying to even out these fights. They're not fighting to their own strengths here. We're not seeing, say, a good Burrow Strike with the Elder Titan and then, speaking of. Just
Alliance. S4, he's making the DK look great this game. He has no net worth, but just with the blink alone, he's just getting all these initiations off. And when you've got Hanskin who can just follow up with the shards and snowball, it's just too easy for Alliance.
Oh, and they smoke up again. They just keep this aggression up. They want to keep hunting.
Why the hell not? You know how powerful you are. Arme, that's the one they'd love. He's on the right side. He's going to show himself now. The Dragon tells from the Inkswell. Arrow misses. They've got the troll again, it looks like. Do they have the damage in time? No, Arme. He gets the battle trance just in the nick of time. But Nico Baby is just going to man fight right through the battle trance. And the Stroke of Fate will get the job done. This is really nice play from this Radiant side, I've got to tell you, John. Much cleaner than what we've been seeing over the last series at least.
Yeah, I love seeing this from Alliance. They're playing with their power spike. They know that with the blink on the DK, they can run around, although S4.
They'll get the DK. Nice initiation from Faith. Of course, it's not worth losing Arme, but it is a consolation prize for LGD.
Yeah, they're starting to lag behind this troll. Like, the SNY Battle Fury is up. Nico Baby is slightly ahead with the SNY Battle Fury and the 2 parts in the Ags. So the spikes of the Jug are being met so much quicker. Your troll, they haven't been able to apply pressure with the push. With the troll or the DP. Mid-tier 1 still standing for Alliance. A big hindrance for PSG.LGD in trying to take control of that opposing jungle. There's some good wards here from Alliance as well, but they have not been rewarded. A great ward on that ramp on top jungle, just enabling them to sort of suss out where LGD is playing. If they know no one's farming those camps in that top jungle, they're more than likely in the triangle. Just get the rotation in. LGD are not ready for that aggression. They don't have any saving items yet. Not even a Yulet's up on Faith Beyond. There is a Yulet's on nothing to say, but he wants to use that offensively. Still, they are smoked up. They've got Exo up. They've got Epicenter up again. But they just don't know where Alliance is.
Alliance just holding that mid-tier 1. LGD just can't open the map without that tower going down. It's on its last legs, it just needs a few more hits, but Alliance been very, very just ensuring that that tower does survive a little bit longer. Arme just desperately trying to get his BKB up so he can actually fight back. I just really don't know how much it's going to matter once the Ags is there from Nico. That Ags power spike on the Jug is just such a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Have it really soon.
It's going to be really hard to fight into that one. Like, the damage output not being so reliant on the downtime of Omni Slash, although you still want the full Omni off in bigger fights. but it's not going to be as big of an issue. And
Radiant's
you can just
middle
hold
tower
back the
is
rest of
under
the
attack.
team of LGD. 9-11 now. LGD slightly ahead in
Radiant's
kills, but
middle
it doesn't
tower
matter
is
if
falling.
you're not finding net worth lead. They do find a mid-tier one at last. So at least find an objective. They can maybe play in the bot jungle a bit more if they wanted to ward it up. But for now, they are still staying sort of clumped up. The Ags is done on Nico Baby. So whip slash up. They're looking at Roche. PSG.LGD can fight in the area quite nicely if they're not careful, but doesn't seem like they're aware yet.
Dire are scanning.
Go. Sean. Nice and easy once you've got that tag team. Arrow gonna scout out. Does get rid of one of the Necro creeps. Epicenter being channeled. He does end up cancelling now. S4, he's in with the Dragon Tail. They've got the follow-up stuns to boot. He'll try to use up Faith Beyond and survive a little bit longer with the Burrow Strike, but Nico Baby on his tail. In fact, they're gonna turn back
Radiant's middle
around.
tower is under
The
attack.
DP chasing down FNG. Nothing to say, we'll get the first kill of the team fight. Now Alliance wanting to remove themselves from this scenario. They still have the Omni. Faith, stunned up by Hanskin. It's like he's going to tank the gank for the team. Like they might just turn now. The buyback is out from FNG on the left side. They found nothing to say. They split up the team fight thanks to Hanskin with the distraction play. Epicenter, Faith, not going to commit it all the way.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a bit dangerous now for LGD. Like, do we waste another SO?
Yeah, Faith, he's been caught out. Melodic is there with the Death Ward. He's dead. He yields himself up, but there's no way out of this. Try to survive. Melodic will eventually kill him, but now Nico Baby might be in danger. He'll get out of there thanks to the Soulbind and double silence off Limp into the ethereal form. Arme gonna pop the battle trance back onto Nico Baby. He's running his way out. He's gonna be fine. The snowball save. Hanskin once again saving the name, the swoop slash. They will still kill off Nico Baby anyway. Arme is gonna die regardless though. Limp is able to get him with the shotgun. Why? Trying to get something. Will kill off FNG, but at the cost of his own life.
Is under attack.
Very even kind of team fight. A 3 for 3. Both position ones going down. It's an absolute mess in the Roshan pit. Roshan, however, looking quite beautiful, John. Very
Radiant
healthy.
are scanning.
Yep, not taking hits at all. Everyone just fighting for him, like quarters to a girl, you know, like suitors to a nice young lady. Just two guys laying it on each other. And LGD, it's a bit messy. They have the network lead overall, but it's not significant enough. Like Ame is still lagging behind. Nothing to say. He's sort of lagging behind. He does have the Blink BKB now on the DP. Blink is the one reason why the network lead is on LGD's end. Like the Grimstroke starting to trail here at 11k, so nothing to say is kind of compensating for that. But Nico Baby's getting really big. He's saving up for his Scotty. Once you have the Scotty up, the durability here from the DP and on the troll, it's not going to be a factor. Like the battle trance heal you can get through the life seal is not going to be anything major at all. It's going to be something Alliance can control. LGD, they smoke up once more. Epicenter still up, Exorcism back up. They want to force something.
Up to the Roshan. Lions don't know about this. Entry ward being taken out by Q. Shards actually blocking him in the pit. Say will run around. S4 now with the X-Sword initiation. Has the DP. Warriors punch out. Arme already with the battle trance. They'll get Hanskin. And S4 is taking way too much damage. LGD looking good in this team fight. There's nothing to say. We'll keep going forward. But S4 has brought back. Roshan so darn low. They're going to make their way in ASAP, but it's too late. Aegis is taken. They're still going to try and fight. S4 back in with the Inkswell onto the DP. They don't have the DP ulti now, but it may not matter because S4 is going to die back immediately. Arme now. No battle trance, but he does have an Aegis. That's just as good. That's to say, he wants the big one. He wants the junk. The arrow is not going to follow up. It won't land. Towards the south, FNG trying to get rid of Faith Beyond. Towards the north, Nico Baby looking to go back in after Y. Nico Baby might have enough damage, and should with the spin. Faith just going to burrow strike out on the Sand King. Nico, he still holds on to the Omni. I believe it just came off cooldown mid-team fight. still LGD, they got what they came for.
It's a back and forth, and they come after the Roche. They take this 7k lead now in LGD's hand, but side of Lions, again, it doesn't feel like they're too far behind at all. Nico Baby's still #1 in net worth, still doing a lot of damage up front. You have to be careful about that initiation. Like, LGD takes that fight, they didn't even pop the epicenter. So Fate Beyond still has the epicenter to play with.
He's going to be alright, he TP's out in time. And Faith has been rather conservative with the Epi though, right? Like, he's really been waiting for the right moment. We've seen it pump fake it many, many times during certain engagements.
Yeah, he's been much more hesitant, just because there are not many great opportunities for clump ups from Lions. Alliance, for their part, they're staying very disciplined, split up in these fights, so you can't really get the big one going. They are playing really well with the silence coming through. I can say the Yule's plays with the arrows coming through as well. Just linking all those belts up, and it's enough control to burst someone down. S4, we talked about the farm distribution. S4's lagged behind. S4's behind Sin Q's farm. So that DP is, that DK is starting to lose its potency.
As well, S4 is back in with the Dragon Tail and the Melodic now. Arme taking a lot of damage, but he gets the BKB into the Battle Trance. Nico Baby going to be saved by the Ghost Scepter, or rather Ethereal Blade into the Omni Slash back onto the saves. A lot of damage, he gets the kill. Swift Slash as well. Nico Baby still alive, just being juked around. Yule Scepter spin is there in time. Through the epicenter, he can turn now. Faith is in trouble on the Sand King being stunned up. S4 gets him. He wants a bit more. He loves Sin Q. They don't find him in time. Still a really nice team fight there for Alliance. And I gotta tell you, John, Limp is doing... Limp keeps saving the day with that Ethereal Blade. Over and over again.
Stalls out the fight so much. LGD just don't have an answer for that Ghost form on a Brittle Core. They just don't have magic damage burst. Like, you could argue Miran, but it's not amazing. And now why?
Y's in danger. He tried to stomp to get away. S4, he will have to blink up in 5 seconds. And well, Y might be able to juke them out. Stroke of Fate won't connect. Oh, that's a sneaky spot, Y. That's very cheeky. He'll get away. Very nice. Love to see it.
Yeah, stalling out a bit, just ensuring that there's no follow-ups here for Alliance. LGD, their lead has bounced back to 4k. They're still ahead. And again, the big difference here is in the off lanes. S4 is basically as farmed as a support right now from LGD. Sin Q has a lot more to play with. The DK might need a little bit more coming in. Like, the BKB has to come out just so S4 can really get that initiation, get the follow-up stuns as the game goes on. Just not really prioritized right now, as they are just focusing on getting Nico Baby up and running to the point where he is a beast. He's got the Basher up, and ideally you want the Ag Shard just to have some value with your spin. The additional damage and move speed is really nice. We'll see if that's something Nico will want, maybe after the Scotty now. Already has one ultimate orb up, not too far away from getting the entire thing done. And that will cause issues, especially for Nothing to Say. He's playing with durability up front. Like, with the sustain Spirit Siphon gives you on 4 heroes, you are really hard to burst down. But with a Scotty on top, you don't feel that durable at all. Even the Troll, right? You pop your Battle Trance, your lifesteal, it's not going to be in play there. So you won't really have a second life to play with. After the spell, you're just going to have to retreat. That is going to cause some fighting issues for LGD if Nico Baby's just allowed to do that. So really good spacing out for Alliance. They are smoked up now on their end. They want to go hunting, but they don't have any offensive wards this time around.
Alliance feeling strong. Going to the left side of the Dire jungle. Be aware very soon they are in the triangle instead. Go for the outpost here if you're Alliance, and that's the only thing they really can claim from the jungle. E, what's Arme doing? Blade will be there soon, and they're gonna smoke up. He hasn't quite got the recipe out yet. He's gonna show himself.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hanskin is the only person they see on the map at the moment. He's in with the Yules, Faith Beyond immediate TP, Arrow going to be blocked by the Necro units, but they've got the kill. Nice setup there from CQ.
Yeah.
And now LGD, tier 2 mid.
Sets up for the push. Ame can just chip away again with a fervor stacks up, doesn't take too long. They were trying to shove top. S4 still has Dragon Form for a bit longer, so they can try to go for a bit of a trade, but it's not going to be as quick as the troll just given leeway to rip through a tower. And LGD now 8k up, 16 to 21. The Abyssal is pretty much done here. Just 500 gold off for Ame, and as you mentioned, once you have that up, the control is going to be so much better up front. You're going to be able to really lock in the Jug, even the Mirana or the Lotus Orb. We've seen Lotus Orb ruin Jug. Like, if you're not careful about when you Omni Slash, just having a counter Omni Slash on you is really bad, because you're not doing damage. You have to watch yourself now for Nico Baby with that item up. He does have his own Scotty up, so again, the regen's going to be down for LGD. You're going to have to be cautious in these prolonged fights. You need to find a way to maybe just burst down the Jug, get the initiation onto Nico Baby, and prevent him from getting too many hits off, so you can just still play with a regen on hand.
The Baby's very close to that 25 now. Let's go for the Omni Slash duration, I guess. Pretty nice. Either way, the health's even pretty nice, but LGD smoked up. They know that Alliance is in the triangle at the moment.
Increased potency.
It's a matter of how they get in there. Moonlight Shadow going to be popped. Alliance holding their ground. I don't see any sentries. They might have a gem. No, LGD's in. Now underneath the sentry, but it won't matter. They got the bonus strike in time. Nothing to say. Right onto Hanskin. They want the Tusk dead and they'll get him. Ame now onto the Jug. There's your Lotus Orb, Swift Slash, but now Omni Slash being committed. This DP going to use up Nico Baby. Can't kill her off. They'll turn right back around. He's still trying to fight, but it's not going to be good enough. LGD. I can't believe they could literally walk up like that. But Alliance could not see them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's a mistake from Alliance. They didn't have the right vision against Mirana. They should have known that a rotation like that can come out. And they were clumped up right, but really easily punished by LGD. Very clean initiation into the racks, and again, it's a troll. Because you have a troll, you can just commit for the objectives like this. And the Lotus Orb did cause issues. Like, they weren't ready for it on Nico Baby. Even losing just the Swift Slash is enough to really ruin their damage output. And there was just a lot that didn't line up for Alliance. LGD going to be punishing by climbing some big objectives. There's no Omni Slash on the respawn of Nico Baby, so the damage output is low.
He's going to try and solve the Lotus Orb again, going to save the day, or maybe not. He's gone the other way, Ame. He might just go for a fight anyway. Limp, he's going to get stunned up. Now Faith Beyond, he holds down the back lines. Ame, I don't know if you want to dive Fountain. He doesn't.
Radiant's bottom barrel.
But he'll go back for the racks.
Radiant's bottom.
They cannot get Megas LGD. They have to go for the tier 2 top tower or tier 4s. But it is 80 seconds without Limp. Mid Grimstroke is gone. But LGD, they're going to play it safe.
Yeah, they're just going to cut through. Lines were drawn for top. Just going to clear out the triangle first, get that steady build-up, and they can easily just force another fight. Their cooldowns aren't that long, except for Exo. Even saying that, nothing to say his Exorcism is pretty much almost done. 8 seconds off, so they can just look to re-engage. That quickening charm just enabling more uptime. Always good to see. Side of LGD now, 26k up. Alliance really starting to lag behind. Limp, look at his farm. Now Limp is behind SinQ as well. Limp and S4 have less farm than the pause for Mirana. And it's all about Nico Baby. All their farm went into this Jug. That means the scaling is just not there for Alliance. Like, maybe if you had the Ags up on Limp, you could make something happen. You know, you could get the clones out.
It's easy kill there for nothing to say. Looking very poor now. 27k net worth lead. Off that one fight, they just went crazy, and Roshan's up. The Alliance can't really let this go down, but I don't think they have much of a choice in the matter.
No, they don't have great team fight there. Like, the last time they tried, they got wiped in the pit. They're not going to tempt Faith again, so Aegis Cheese going out the way of LGD. That should be able to last out their push. Like, take that tier 2 into the high ground. Alliance needs to find a really good angle for that defense. I think ideally right now they find a pick-off. The issue is LGD is not going to split up. And it's going to be very hard to find that angle. You have a Daedalus up on Ame. So you can just focus in, Abyssal out, get a crit, and just win the fight.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Ame
Radiant's top tower
on
is
high ground. How do you fight into this? 29k. They're going to jump in. Ixwell not going to connect. It was just the Dragon Tail. Nothing to say. In with the shivers.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They've got a poke and prod, it seems, onto Ame. Well, again, S4 used up. Spot of danger. Do they initiate? Yeah, they do. Burrow Strike is out. The snowball safe is going to be there from Hanskin to try and buy some more time for S4. Now the soul buy, but there goes your DK. Down with that buyback. Beyond Burrow Strike, Epicenter all on to the Grimstroke. Limp can't really afford to die at the moment, but he doesn't have much choice. He will go down again with that buyback, and they'll lose FNG to boot. Everything falling apart now for Alliance. And LGD looking to close this one out.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Not really much Alliance can do, but they're going to try. 3 versus 5. Quick slash. Deals some pretty decent damage. Ame is actually quite low. Snowball from Hanskin is there. And they do get the Aegis, but Nico Baby, he's dropping. He'll get himself out. LGD, I mean, you don't have the Aegis, but you might just keep going.
Radiant's middle tower
No cares in the world.
is under attack.
They've got all the damage out. It's 3 against 5. Defense without the Jug is just so difficult here for the side of Alliance.
Radiant's ancient is under
Try onto Nico again. The Jug being caught out by the Burrow is still fine, but look at the damage up on the Daedalus. My goodness. Ame gonna turn around with the Abyssal Blade now. He's got Nico Baby. The Swift Slash is there, but the patch on the range hit. Nico Baby will still survive, but Ame is back to the Ancient.
Radiant structures.
He's back to it. They'll glyph it up. They bought enough time for their teammates to be back up and alive. But the Ancient's half HP. LGD, they're not going to back off. They pop the Exorcism. They're committing to the objective. Inkswell on S4. Not going to initiate. Ancient's still dropping. Yule's up on the Dragon Knight, and the Ancient's gone.
LGD.
No messing about. LGD